June 30th, 10 o'clock math meeting.
Okay.
You back?
Yeah.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about subtraction, which I feel like you're going to be good at. So it probably won't take very long, and then you're done for the day, except for doing your already lessons. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
Ready, Freddie? All right. Ooh, don't need that. Okay.
What? Still searching YouTube for math help? Are the videos from 2006 really helping?
Okay, here we go. Can you hear?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to Math Antics. In this
I
video,
remember
we're
these
gonna
from
learn how to
last
do
year.
multi-digit subtraction.
Okay.
It's similar to doing multi-digit addition like we learned in our last video, but there's a few important differences. The main difference is, with subtraction, the order of the problem matters. With addition, you can switch the order of the numbers you're adding and you'll still get the same answer. 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 2 plus 5 equals 7. But with subtraction, if you have the problem 5 minus 2, you'll get 3. But you can't switch the problem around. You won't get the same answer if you try to do 2 minus 5 instead. In fact, you'll probably get confused because you'll be trying to subtract a bigger number from a smaller one. With multi-digit subtraction, it's important to remember that order matters, especially when you're rewriting your problem. Often you'll be given a problem like this, 38 minus 25, and you'll have to rewrite it with the numbers stacked up like we did with addition. But you have to make sure that the first number, the one you're taking from, goes on top, and the number you're taking away is on the bottom. Another hint is that the bigger number should always be on top. Okay, let's go ahead and try this problem. We've got 38 on top and 25 below it, and the ones places are lined up just like they should be. Now we draw our line so our answer can go below it, and we write a minus sign over here on the left to show that we're subtracting. Now we can start getting our answer. And just like with addition, we always start with the ones place column. Here we subtract the bottom number from the top. 8 minus 5 equals 3. So the 3 goes in the ones place of our answer. Now we move to the next place column to the left, the tens place. There we have 3 minus 2, which is 1. There, we just subtracted 25 from 38 and found out that the difference is 13. All right, let's see another example. 135 minus 27. Aha! This is where multi-digit subtraction can get a little tricky. Let's rewrite our problem. 135 on top, 27 below it, with the ones places lined up neatly, and our answer line and subtraction symbol in place. There.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop him there. I know Miss Hassel went over how you have to make sure you get everything in the correct place value, correct? Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
I was
right.
muted.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go back. We're listening some more.
There. Now we can start subtracting. Uh-oh, look at this. In our ones place column, the digit on top is smaller than the digit on the bottom. How can we subtract a bigger digit from a smaller one? Did we make some kind of mistake? No, we wrote our problem correctly. The bigger number is on top. Sometimes this just happens. The top digit might be smaller than the bottom digit, so you can't subtract it unless you borrow. Here's how borrowing works. The top digit is 5, but the digit below it wants to take 7 away.
Sorry, I don't have 7. I only have 5. But what about your neighbor? He's in a bigger number place. He's loaded, so you can just borrow from him. Excuse me, I've got a little problem. Do you happen to have something I could borrow?
Why, of course. Here you go. Great, that 1 will help. But if you just add 1 to 5, you'd get 6. But fortunately, this 1 came from the next number place, and it really represents a 10. And when we add 10 to 5, we get 15, which is big enough. Now, instead of this column being 5 minus 7, it's 15 minus 7. And 15 minus 7 equals 8. Okay, We've got the first digit of our answer. Now we can move on to the next column. But remember, we borrowed from that number place. It used to be a 3, but now it's a 2. It went down by 1 because we borrowed from it. Well, remember, we really borrowed 10 because it was in the next number place. But it's sometimes easier to just think of it as borrowing a 1 and getting to stick that 1 in front of the digit that needed to borrow. So in the tens place, we have 2 minus 2, which gives us 0 in our answer. And then our last column just has 1 minus nothing, or 1 minus 0, so that's still just 1. There, we've calculated that the difference between 135 and 27 is 108. All right, let's try another example with borrowing, or regrouping as some teachers call it. Let's subtract 58 from 426. Again, we start by subtracting the digits in the ones place column. Here we have 6 minus 8, and since 6 is too small to subtract 8 from, we'll need to borrow. We always borrow from the number place on the left. We'll borrow a 1, which is really a 10, and we'll write it in front of our borrowing digit, in this case 6, which gives us 16. And don't forget to make the digit we borrowed from smaller by 1. You can just cross it out and write the new smaller number above it, like this. Okay, now we can subtract from the first column. 16 minus 8 equals 8. Now for the tens place. Since we borrowed from this column, it's become 1 minus 5. But again, the top number's too small, so we'll have to borrow again. We borrow a 1 from the next number place over, which means that digit will change from 4 to a 3. Then we put the 1 in front of the borrowing digit, which will make it 11. Now we can do the subtraction for that column. 11 minus 5 equals 6. And the last column's easy. We bring that leftover 3 down to the answer line because there's nothing there to subtract from it. And that means 368 is our answer. So now you know the basics of multi-digit subtraction. But before you move on to practicing with exercises, I want to show you one more important trick. Once in a while, you'll come across a situation where you need to borrow from the next number place over, but that digit happens to be a 0. How can you borrow from a 0? Well, you can't. So you'll have to borrow from the next 2 digits instead of just 1. In this case, instead of borrowing from 0, borrow from 40. You'll get the 1 you need to borrow, and the 40 will become a 39. Or in this case, if the 3 needs to borrow, don't borrow from the 0, borrow from the 20, and there'll be 19 left over. Or what if there's 2 zeros in a row like this problem? Well, if the 2 needs to borrow, then borrow from the whole 500 next door. The 2 will become 12, and the 500 will drop by 1 to become 499. Get the idea? You can do that no matter how many zeros are in a row. Just keep including the next digit to the left until you get a number you can really borrow from. Okay, that wraps up this lesson. Hopefully you have a better idea of how multi-digit.
Okay. You know how to subtract, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So we're going to practice a little bit. Hold on. Let's see. We're going to stop our share. Just going to be you and I. Okay. I'm going to get my whiteboard like I did yesterday.
I wonder what my mom's gonna say about I was the only one on the Zoom meeting again today.
Well, I've had like, the lady, hold on a second. Okay, so let's work our first problem together. I have, I made a picture of them, hold on. 371. 371 minus 356. So I'm going to do that right there like that. Then we're going to subtract. Give me just a second. Let me get my stuff moved around. Like I said, tomorrow I'll be back home and I'll be a little bit easier. Can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Got a good view on it?
Down.
What, hon?
Already got the answer.
Well, can I work it for you? Okay. So I got to earn my money. All right. So here we go. I can't get 6 from 1, so I am going to go next door and borrow, and that 7 becomes a 6, and now this is 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. 6 minus 5 is
1,
and then 3 minus 3 is,
0.
which we don't have to put that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me do another one. 900 69 minus 893. Okay, so 9 minus 3 is
6.
6. 6 minus 9, I can't do that, so I've got to go next door, and that 9 becomes a 8, and now that is 16. What is 16 minus 9?
7.
All right, did you get that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to let you do the next one by yourself. Hold on. That knocked my ears off. Hold on.
I'm quick at math.
Good. Well, I saw that yesterday. 757 minus 201. Go.
Done.
All right, what'd you get?
556.
Let's look. What is 7 minus 1? 6. 5 minus 0? 5. 7 minus 2? Good job. You got it right. All right, let me give you one that I know you're going to have to borrow. And if you get this one right and you feel good about it, you will be done with me for the day. Yay! All right, 777 minus 199. Go. Let me know when you get your answer.
Done.
All right, let's
578.
All right, let's look. We shall see. Can't subtract 9 from 7, so I'm going to go next door, and this becomes a,
6.
and I bring it back over. Now this is,
17.
what's 17 minus 9?
8.
Good. Can I borrow 9? Can I subtract 9 from 6?
No.
So I got to go next door, and that 7 becomes a,
6.
and I bring the 1 back over, and now that's,
16.
what's 16 minus 9?
7.
And what is 6 minus 1?
5.
Okay, let me ask you something. Do you feel good about this lesson?
Yes.
Do you want to do more, or do you want to be done for the day?
I can do a couple more.
Okay, let's do a couple more. Because you are doing an awesome job in your race. Now, don't forget, though, even though this did not take us very long, you still have to go into iReady, okay?
I
And
know.
do your lessons. All right, let's
Wait,
see.
do I just have reading lessons or both?
You'll have both. You'll have reading and math. All right, give you a hard one. 868 minus 219. Go.
Done.
All right, let's look. Can I take 9 from 8?
No.
So I got to go next door, and this 6 becomes a what?
5.
And I bring it back over. What is 18 minus 9?
9.
What is 5 minus 1?
4.
8 minus 2. Is
6.
that what you got?
Yes.
There wasn't a hard one at all. Dadgummit. Hold on, I wanted to give you a hard one. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. This will be a little bit more challenging. 431. Can you see it? 431 minus 396. Boom. Go.
Done.
Okay.
5.
All right. So can I take 6 from 1?
No.
So I'm going to go over here, and this becomes a what?
2.
And I bring it back over. That is 11. What is 11 minus 6?
5.
Now, can I subtract 9 from 2?
No.
And say, so I go next door, and that becomes a, what does the
3.
4 become? Good. And I bring it back over. What is 12 minus 9?
3.
Did you get 35?
Yes.
Cool. All right, one more.
Okay.
Let me find one. Oh, okay. This is really going to be. Hold on. 800 minus 65. Go.
Done.
All right. Tell me what to do. I don't even know. I'm so confused.
You subtract the 8 and make that a 7. Then you go to the tens place,
Uh-huh.
turn that into a 10, and then subtract 1 from it, and it turns into a 9.
Uh-huh.
And then you go to the ones place and turn that 0 into a 10.
And what is 10 minus 5?
5,
And what is 9 minus 6?
3,
And 7 minus nothing.
7.
Hey, you're amazing. Miss Hassel did a great job. All right. So, what are you going to do this afternoon? Or what are you going to do before tomorrow?
Already.
Already, you're going to do a phonics lesson. You're going to do a reading lesson. And I sent that with the remind and emailed it to your mom so she'll know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And then you're going to do a math lesson. Are we good? Okay, anything else you need? All right, you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.